Welcome back, boys and girls. I hope that you guys are all having a fantastic day today, and thank you for taking the time to come watch this video. I greatly appreciate it. So, as Christmas is rapidly approaching, I thought that it would be fun to try to squeeze a few Christmas-related videos in over the course of this month. So, to start off, today we are going to be taking a look at Marvel's adaptation of Santa Claus and see how Marvel explains how Santa does what Santa does. Now, the next Christmas-related videos are going to be about the time that Santa was kidnapped by Hitler, and then about the time that Santa got the Infinity Gauntlet. So if you don't want to miss those videos, you might want to go ahead and subscribe, turn notifications on. That way, whenever they're dropped, you get notified since you turn notifications on. That's kind of how that whole thing works. Um, but basically, Santa Claus was first introduced in Strange Tales issue 34, which was published all the way back in 1955. And since he has made a grand total of 26 appearances, the appearance that I would consider to be his most significant would be Marvel's Holiday Special in 1991, because this is the issue that establishes that Santa Claus is in fact a mutant, but not just any mutant, because according to Cerebro, he was the single most powerful mutant that had ever been registered. So I believe that they made him a mutant just to create a fun way to explain how he does what he does on that one night a year. So let's take a look at his powers and see how they make his mad dash to deliver all those presents in a single night possible. I guess we can start with his naughty and nice list. You might think that maybe he has some sort of limited cosmic awareness or telepathy or something like that, but no. Instead, there's a geological feature known as a fell. They're basically just a high, barren landscape, typically on mountains and hills. And in a real life place called Lapland, there are several of them, and they all just happen to be in the shape of ears. So, Marvel says that these actually function as Santa Claus's ears. They allow him to hear across the entire planet, and that's how he determines who has been naughty and who has been nice. He could definitely utilize those abilities or those fells to find out what kids want each year as well, but instead he employs human helpers that dress up like him and go to malls, department stores, and other places so that kids can come see them, tell them what they want, and then they pass that information along to Santa Claus. The elves that make the toys are descendants of the Light Elves from the Alpine region of Asgard, and they're essentially biologically immortal like Santa Claus. So they can be killed, but they do not age and they will not die of natural causes. Now, one elf, Sunquist, creates toys with his ability to rearrange matter, and he's also a member of an organization called the Elf Labor Federation, which is basically just a labor union for elves that exists to make sure that humans do not exploit their powers and that they limit their use to just an amount that makes sure that humans are not overly reliant on them. And just as we're taught as kids, though, Santa is able to cross the entire planet, delivering all those presents in a single night thanks to his sleigh pulled by magic flying reindeers. However, he's been known also to utilize other similar but different methods of transportation. So for a time, he used a gasoline-powered sleigh, and on at least one occasion, he used a pack of huskies to pull the sleigh that he gave these powers to. But with Rudolph's nose being a glorified headlight, making it possible for him to see through the worst weather conditions, the reindeer have become his go-to transportation, if you will. So we now know how he determines who does and who does not get presents, how he knows who wants what, how the presents are made, and his transportation. The next big question is going to be, how does he bring enough presents at the same time to hit every house on the planet in one trip? And that's his sack, of course, but his sack is special. It's actually a tesseract that creates a portal to an alternate dimension of infinite space that he's able to use to store all the presents. Now, getting the presents into houses with chimneys, he utilizes three different powers. The first is levitation, so he can go up and come down the chimneys. He can change his size as well as the size of other objects, which makes it possible for him to squeeze his fat ass into the chimney. And since not all presents weigh the same, in order to make sure that he's able to easily lift everything, that night, just for that one night a year, his strength increases to where he can lift up to 2,000 pounds. And at the off chance that somebody wants to be an asshole and light a fire in the fireplace connected to the chimney that he's going to enter the house through, he's able to avoid getting burned thanks to his invulnerability to fire. Now, when he needs to enter a home that does not have a chimney, like an apartment or a trailer, just a house without a chimney, no fireplace, he can just teleport inside and then teleport back out to get out again. And then that's it. I mean, once that last present's delivered, it's time to go home and start over. Do it all again. That's a wrap for the year. But yeah, I mean, so that's all I've got for you guys in this video today. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider clicking that like button to let me know. If you have not already, Subscribing would be greatly appreciated, and I will see you guys next time.